Welcome to Technology and Education Today. I'm Richard Smith. We're at the South by Southwest EDU conference in Austin, Texas, and I am speaking with Kathy Hurley, Executive Vice President of the Pearson Foundation. Kathy, what are the objectives of the Pearson Foundation?
Well, as you know, Pearson's a very large company, and the Pearson Foundation was set up so that we could do wonderful things around the world for people who can't always afford to buy materials. So we do a lot of programs around literacy around the world. We do leadership around the world, as well as student engagement.
So this is more than just giving money to people around the world.
Yes. Yes.
So what's an example of a really good Pearson project that you fund them? Or?
Yes. Well, we have programs, and a very interesting one is our Literacy We Give Books program. You might have heard about Read for the Record. It's actually the largest program where kids read the same book the same day. We had 2.2 million kids reading last year.
How do they read the same book the same day?
Well, because it's the same title, and they can get it digitally or they can get it in hard copy. So we work, with the schools. But it's become a very large program. And then that's part of our We Give Books initiative. And the We Give Books initiative, which is on our website, pearsonfoundation.org, we make sure that if kids read one of our 200 digital books, then they can give a book away. And we have 5 charities around the world that they can then give a book to a child in need who can't read. So it's that whole thing of teaching kids how to read, as well as service learning of returning and doing something good in return.
Well, that's very interesting, because I think when most people these days, at least those of us who are engaged in technology, we think of books on iPads and things like that. But you actually have a combination of...
We have a combination, right. Right, and we work with Penguin Books, so the 200 online, of course anybody can read, and we get the books from Penguin, although we are working with other partners now. It's not just a Pearson kind of a program. We're working with Leapfrog on a program called We Give Books to your School, where we have school kids reading different books online, and then they can give the books for every book they read back to their schools or their school libraries.
Now, do you also have projects that are focused here in the United States?
Well, that one particular one is in the United States, but we're starting to do that, outside the country. We also do programs like Million Voice. We're working with Dr. Russ Crowley, who actually spoke here last year, about getting student feedback on what they like about school, what they like about their teacher, their aspirations. And we've surveyed about 650,000 kids so far, and we're going to 1 million students and putting together reports on what we found with student engagement. We think that's important. We also do a lot of work outside the country with OECD, if you go on our website.
What's OECD? The Organization of
Economic Development. Community Development. And we work with Andreas Schleicher, and we're looking at the 10 countries who have the highest achieving students, as well as some countries where they're improving the most. So we go from Shanghai to Singapore, and then to Brazil to see what they're doing in their schools to increase student achievement. And each of the films are 15 minutes long, and a lot of schools are using them in their leadership programs. That's a great series.
And then these films are going to get distributed?
They're distributed now all over the world. They're free on our site. We do a lot of video work on our site. What
is that website? Do you remember the URL by any chance?
It's pearsonfoundation.org.
Okay.
And you can go on there. We also have videos that we interview students. We interview all the teachers of the year, talking about the teaching profession. We also have school visits where we look at 21st century skills and we see how it's just being taught into the schools. We have a really nice video on education as a civil right and why that's important. So we have a lot of very good videos.
So you're actually kind of like a think tank. A research think tank that distributes the information to whoever would like to have access.
And that's what we try to do. We have a good report that we did with Dr. Jay Blanchard at Arizona State about kids under 5 using digital devices, what that means for emergent literacy. We have a lot of the reports from the International Teaching Summits. We work with the Asia Society. That's an interesting program where we brought together 6 leaders from Asian countries with 6 leaders in the U.S. looking at, how are they looking at the whole student achievement area, and we are, giving out those reports. And we're doing a lot. We have a site called The 5 Things I've Learned. You'll know a lot of the people that are on that site. Alan November and people from actually Sir Ken Robinson. We have people from all over the world looking at what are the things that you've learned in either the last year or your lifetime about education. So that's all free on our website too.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Well, you have been watching Technology and Education Today. We are a production of the University of Houston Clear Lake Instructional Design and Technology Program. I'm Richard Smith. I've been speaking with Kathy Hurley of the Pearson Foundation.
It's been great to be talking with you.